She faced the fellow American, Linda Wild.
A parallel in order until after the first point, Medvedev. But like players who walk onto the court and then tie their shoelaces and then do various odds and ends. That serve has consistently plagued Medvedev, the kicker to the right-hander's forehand. Hasn't quite worked it out.
One game on the serve there. One game all, full set.
Yes, that's the characteristic, isn't it? Left-hander's pointed serve, the one that you swing. And again, someone like Medvedev, particularly useful to have because he doesn't use his feet that well. Just leaves a mat of it. Ivanisevic looked as if he were going to play the drop shot. This man ending up doing it. His problem, Medvedev, is that he's very upright when he plays these shots, and therefore, with a shot that he needs to get under, he doesn't always do it that well.
31.
Well, it's a massive bit of left-handedness, that. One of 3 left-handers left in the men's singles. Muster and Forget being the others. And for those fans of Forget, I'm afraid to say he's 2 sets to love down against Alex Corretja.
First serve.
Two games all.
2-all.
In the fourth set, Ivanisevic has now served in this match 16 aces. Untold number of service winners. He's clobbered a few of those.
15-1.
He's got good timing and he's getting confident on that shot, forehand down the line.
I haven't seen that for a while. One actually bounced twice on the tape. No way that Ivanisevic could have got to it.
40-15. game even has
3 games all.
ball change. 3-all. 2 balls.
Was talking of tape.
A year later came down here. I should say that it wasn't as if there was absolutely nothing here. There was a sort of foundational arena. It was the Louis Armstrong Stadium.
Yes, I was talking to somebody the other day, Bob Malaga, who used to run US tennis. And he was saying that the then president, Lou Hester, had told him that he'd had this blow-up with people over at Forest Hills, and he had told them to get lost. And that he was moving out, and Bob Malaga said to him, well, where are you going to move to? And he said, I'm going to build a new stadium. And he said, are you sure? It's never going to be finished in time. He said, I'll get it done.
His 18th ace.
Match in that game. Now, why would you play a drop shot on such an important point, the first point of your service game,
He looked
from
almost
behind the
disinterested,
baseline?
didn't he? Yeah.
Well, I think his brain just went on a walkabout, and that is the difference between a champion really, a guy who has a chance to win a Grand Slam tournament, and someone who's just a good player. And right now, Medvedev is a good player. He's not a champion yet.
Because it's interesting, he's dropped so much in the world rankings. He's now got Bob Brett working with him, Goran's old coach. Do you think Bob Brett has brought anything new to his game?
I don't know. I haven't spoken with Bob about Andre, nor Andre, in fact, but certainly he lost a lot of confidence. He was a great up-and-coming player. Everyone had real aspirations for him, and somewhere in there, I think he lost his enjoyment for the game. And when you lose your confidence, sometimes it takes a long time to get it back. And I think Bob has had to start from scratch, really, and try and refocus him. And they appear to be making progress. But it's a long, convoluted process, and it might take him another year before he's really ready to challenge again.
As for Goran Ivanisevic, we've heard so many times that he does not like coming to the US Open, but he's now got the furthest that he's ever got it in the competition before. Do you think he can go a lot further here, perhaps to the final?
He certainly can, yeah. You watch Goran Ivanisevic, and the first thing you see is just bags of talent. I mean, pure, raw, physical talent. No one can serve the way he can. He moves well around the court. He's got very strong ground strokes. His ground strokes, if you just look at them, here's his forehand, here's his backhand, line up next to anyone's, really. But he has a tendency to not play the points intensely all the time. You saw him a couple of times during that match getting upset with the umpire. You know, here's America. You know, they're always the same, you Americans. You know, and okay, you know, he may be right, but that has, in no way is that going to help him win the match.
Sure. What do the other players make of him?
Well, I think that's a very good question.
To which we perhaps don't know the answer. But I mean, I've seen him in the players' lounge before, and he's sort of hunched over a bowl of chips with tomato sauce on, and he's grumpy, and he's not really talking to anybody. I know he has this priest that travels around with him sometimes, but goodness knows what conversations they have.
Yeah, Goran's Goran. He is a unique individual. He gets along well with the other guys. I mean, if he's grumpy, it's not with the other players. It's just Goran's having a bad day. But they know that when they go on the court with him, that the most important thing is to hang in there and to really compete for every point, because he's going to end up giving them 5 or 6 points a match that may just turn the tide.
Do you think anybody should try to control that tempestuous nature of his at any stage, or is that the best part of his game in a sense?
Absolutely not. It is not the best part of his game. I think controlling that nature maybe isn't the best way of putting it. I think to be able to focus that into an area where the aggression or the hostility that he has for whatever it is he has it for can be channeled towards the ball and actually doing something positive that he would like to do. so far, no one's been able to help him do that.
Okay, Peter, thanks very